Hello, and welcome back to Arcurus' Let's Play of Star Wars Squadrons. Okay. Okay, Gray wants to say something, but first, I've boosted the game sound by about 5 decibels, because feedback on my original set of episodes finally started coming in. They said the game sound was a little quiet. I kind of had it that way so that my voice would be a little bit more pronounced because of how sensitive my microphone tends to be. And that should also give viewers kind of an idea of what the delay is on how many episodes I make in a sitting. I usually make 5 to 6 to go. I uploaded my first 8. Those are finally starting to receive some feedback at this point. I actually have 5 more that aren't uploaded at this point. And I'm hopefully in this sitting going to finish up the game. It seems like we're definitely in the end game. I know I've said that at least twice before. Let's see, is there anybody other than Gray who's got something to say? Alright, let's talk to Gray.
When I was a police officer on Parkella, I'd spend weeks fighting red tape to arrest a racketeer or a slaver gang. People who were obviously guilty. I enlisted with the Empire because it gave me the power to do what was necessary. Deliver justice to the galaxy. Flying ties is more dangerous than chasing crooks. Every time I fly out of this hangar, I know it could be my last. But I come back. Time and again. I'm so tired of arguments about Imperial morality. I've heard pilots question our Empire. They wonder if our methods were right. But they always forget one thing. The simple fact is this. We have the power, so we have determined what is right. When you're out there, never forget that you get to decide who lives and who dies. You've earned that power. Let's go. The captain is waiting.
We've done it. With Vanguard Squadron backed into a corner, Lyndon Javes has made his last mistake. We have confirmation that Lyndon has joined the fray. That's not all. He's leading the same rebel squadron we decimated at Mon Cala. This is a calculated move. Lyndon wants me to do something reckless.
And you
He
are.
thinks he knows me. But he's wrong. We're not going to take the bait. Titan Squadron will focus on our real target, the Starhawk. Admiral Sloane is counting on us. I wish I could deal with Lyndon personally. But a commander's true weapon is a squadron, not a starfighter. Go. Complete your mission. And if you get Lyndon in your sights, strike him down once and for all.
But then he might become more powerful than we could possibly imagine.
This is it, Titan Squadron. Our moment of victory is at hand. The Temperance has broken off from the rebel fleet, but no matter. Our focus is the Starhawk. And thanks to the reinforcements from Admiral Sloane, we now have it surrounded. The Starhawk suffered catastrophic damage from our Baradium assault and has had no opportunity for repairs. If I'm correct, a careful strike to the ship's tractor beam core should turn it into a floating time bomb. Reaching the Starhawk will not be easy. The rebels managed to call in reinforcements of their own. Anvil Squadron, to be precise. Lyndon Javes is handling Anvil Squadron's tactics personally. Anvil took heavy losses at Mon Cala, but they still have starfighters and a grudge. Destroy them. They're also fielding a Nebulon B frigate. We have a raider on hand to assist you. Once you reach the Starhawk, you must breach its armor to attack the core. Scans indicate there's an undetonated Baradian missile lodged somewhere in the Starhawk's hull. Exploit that. With the hull breached, a single fighter can fly inside the Starhawk to attack its tractor beam core. We have no idea what to expect on the inside. Do what you must to start a core overload, and then escape to the Overseer while there's still time. All our work and sacrifice has led to this, Titan. Do not let Lyndon Javes stop you now.
I'm trying to figure out ways that the New Republic can turn this around. My number one thought is that there's more than one Starhawk at this point. That the one we've been seeing at the shipyards has been one that's been in production, and then there's the other one that we saw in in the Xavian Abyss. I'm thinking that the one from the Xavian Abyss is virtually untouched and is still out there. I'm thinking there's more than one Starhawk here, and that would be the play that the New Republic is making.
Captain, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that our odds of success are substantially lower than usual.
Are you saying Titan Squadron is no match for a broken-down rebel fleet?
Oh, no, not at all. Your record is very impressive. It's just that these rebels are desperate. That makes them especially dangerous.
LT gets it.
Observation LT-514.
We're backing them into a corner, so they're going to do something reckless.
I took this posting to see how squadron tactics really work in the field, and I discovered how little I really knew. But now I have enough material to submit an entire intelligence databank on Titan Squadron, and yourself in particular. Watching you hunt rebels has been very educational, and rather fun. Thank you. It's been an honor to observe.
You've made yourself indispensable. Titan Squadron would not have been the same without you. When I called you to serve, you answered without hesitation. I won't forget it. The battle is waiting. Do not disappoint me.
You won't forget it for how little time you probably have left. What you got for me, Saul?
This is it. Destroying that Starhawk makes us heroes. And heroes have influence. A smart person could parlay that influence. Become Admiral Sloane's aide, perhaps. Once in the heart of Imperial power, you can guide it. From there, anything's possible. Even the foundations of a new Senate. Now all we have to do is win. Oh, don't worry. I'm not losing sight of what we must do. But this is about more than ending a war. A true future for the Empire, beyond Death Stars and Rebels, is within our grasp. That is what I'm fighting for. Whatever you're fighting for, remember it today.
Alright, let's put some Linkin Park on. Let's talk to Shen. Let's see what's crawling in his skin. Maybe wounds that cannot heal.
Didn't stop at Endor. Won't end with a Starhawk. Whatever's destroyed rises again. I've lived it. They need soldiers, pilots. Always have. Always will. Rebels or Republic. We know our duty. Take strength in that. You fly. I'll follow.
Oh, for once he's given some uplifting words.
Vanguard Squadron makes no difference. Once the Starhawk is gone, we'll be one step closer to ending this war. But the end of the war doesn't mean the end of our duty, does it? Captain Carroll may be satisfied with destroying the Starhawk, but it's only one ship. Enemies of the Empire exist all across the galaxy. I'll deal with them myself if I have to. Sounds like a good retirement to me. Let's finish this.
Now, part of me wonders really how big the Empire still is at this point, given that the Republic probably has taken over quite a bit of the Empire's old territory, and the fact that all of the Imperial warlords are kind of like fighting amongst each other a little bit. So, like, when you look at this from like a logistics game, that sort of thing, when you look at it from, resources, manufacturing power. The fact that the New Republic designed the Starhawk, those designs aren't destroyed. They're out there. Which means they can just build more. And they have more shipyards. They have resources that they could throw at this. Destroying this one Starhawk isn't going to break the back of the New Republic, and to think so is incredibly naive. The same way that I think it's naive that destroying the second Death Star or the first Death Star would even stop the Empire whatsoever. They had the resources to build the first Death Star, and in fact they started building a second one. And, judging by how long it took them to build the first one, the second one was probably already well underway by the time the first one was even operational. And were it not for the death of the Emperor and the, splitting of the Empire into warlord factions, the Empire probably would have just chugged on without the Emperor just fine. They just would have put a new head in place. Unless you subscribe to the, to Thrawn's description of things in Heir of the Empire. And in Heir of the Empire, he makes the assertion that the Emperor was probably, uniting the Imperial forces during his reign using the Force in order to make them more efficient, which is why in that story he, is trying to, appease Jorus C'baoth and to use the power of battle meditation to help his forces coordinate even faster. So you could subscribe to that old EU notion about it, but really, the Emperor didn't have an heir. He never really wanted to have an heir. He wanted to live forever and rule forever. So with his death, that's what really was the death knell of the Empire. But the New Republic is an entirely different beast. You destroy the heads of the New Republic, and they'll just elect new ones. Democracies are a lot more resilient in that way, in that they're ready to replace leaders, whereas the Emperor and the Empire was not. So that's kind of my reading on it, and how I keep saying that the Imperials here are deluded. Yeah, they're deluded in thinking that defeating the Starhawk is going to break the back of the New Republic military, when in fact the New Republic military has possibly never been stronger. But anyways,
This is it then.
it's TIE Interceptor time.
Need you in a TIE fighter, bomber, or interceptor. Your choice.
Yeah, it's TIE Interceptor time. By far my favorite Imperial ship to pilot.
Titan Squadron is ready. On your order, Captain.
I've come to expect nothing less. The Starhawk is straight ahead, but you will have to cut through the Republic fleet to reach it. Overseer to Imperial Raider. Help Titan break through the Republic lines. Yes, ma'am. Moving to position. Heads up! Incoming fighters! Titan, destroy those fighters now.
Anvil leader in Titan. You should have wiped us out of my collar.
let's track down this A-Wing.
That's your target.
Using fighters fast.
Keep it up, Titan.
Attack there.
I'm aware of that, Shen.
I'd say you owe me one.
You're clear. I said you'd pay for attacking Moncala, Titan. When your empire finally crumbles, you won't be there to see it.
Focus fire here.
Here and ready to go.
They have a lock. How dare they?
Look out behind!
Come on.
Setting an example.
Threat eliminated.
All fighters destroyed. Good. Now focus on that frigate.
Radar here. Moving to support Titan Squadron.
These Republic fools. Trapped, outnumbered, and they refuse to accept it. They'll call us weak, even as the might of our empire sweeps them aside.
Yeah, that Raider versus that frigate, that's like a Corvette versus a frigate fight. It's not really,
Every target is the enemy frigate.
Under attack.
I'm here. Let's go.
Focus fire here.
Focus your fire on the frigate.
That's your target.
You're welcome. Enemy missiles tracking you.
Attack there.
Take down that frigate.
Come on then.
Fighter is damaged.
let's try spinning. That's a good trick.
That frigate is in our way.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Missile incoming.
That frigate can't hold out much longer.
Bring it down.
They have a lock.
Gotta find the warhead launcher on that thing so I could take it off.
Thank me later.
Took them out.
I'm with you.
Enemy frigate down. The path to the Starhawk is clear. You need to breach the Starhawk's hull to get inside. A moment. I'm picking up something on radar.
Titan, stay alert. More enemy capital ships.
Oh shit.
Titan, split up and attack. Let's go.
It's their funeral.
Naval Squadron, rally around our reinforcements. You can still surrender, Titan. To scum like you, never. I was hoping you'd say that.
Captain Karen, I didn't anticipate this level of resistance.
I did. That's why I called in ships from the Bormir sector. And here they are.
On hit. Commander James, we have Imperial reinforcements incoming to our location.
You've got this, Envil. They're desperate.
We're wearing down that enemy corvette.
One shot at a time.
Target's down. Attack there. Corvette is destroyed.
Still one left.
Perfect. You think that hurt?
Come on.
That's your target.
You're welcome.
Second enemy corvette is coming apart.
Then let's finish it off.
Enemy got a lock.
That's a hit.
Focus fire here.
Those corvettes annihilated.
And they thought we might surrender.
Titan leader to Captain Carroll. We wiped out most of the enemy capital ships.
Numbers aren't everything. It's leadership that wins a battle. And fury.
They're after me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? Okay.
Titan Squadron, close in.
Titan, this is it. Follow me. The Starhawk's covered in carbon scoring from the beryllium attack.
How is it still flying?
Because they built it from Imperial Durasteel.
Anvil will be back.
Too late to save their battleship. You'll need to breach the Starhawk's hull to get inside.
Make your way to the beryllium missile. End the Starhawk.
Look out. Turrets are active.
You have it. Target the missile and breach the Starhawk. Take the core, Titan 3.
We'll defend the breach.
Bring the Starhawk down.
Right.
The tractor beam's containment is... Look, just get to the core and watch out for gravitational anomalies.
Use your boost thrusters if you need to, but remember, the tight space will make that tricky. Don't forget to give yourself room to decelerate.
Commander, a Titan starfighter just breached the Starhawk's hull. They're inside. Copy, Anvil Leader. Teresa, what are you up to?
I'm
This
finishing
is
what I began.
very tricky flying in here.
Titan 3, throttle down. I'm reading strange gravity effects inside that core.
You should be close to the core's emitters. Zero in and fire. Stay away from the center. Try to ride the flow around the outside.
Reading a spike in the core. Keep going. Half the emitters are offline. Just a little more. Yes, core is... Wait. Calculations show the core is about to release a gravity burst.
Titan 3. That burst will fire you out of the core like a blaster bolt. Center yourself with the entrance. You can ride the shockwave out. It might be tricky. Relax. Stay nimble and steer clear of the walls.
Gravity burst incoming.
Steer carefully. The gravity fluctuations might knock you off course.
This is nail
Brace
biting.
yourself.
Yeah, and that's why. Okay, I think if I stay centered, I can just blast my way through.
Should be close to the core's emitters. Zero in and fire. Stay away from the center.
Reading a spike in the core. Keep going. Half the emitters are offline. Just a little more. Yes, core is... Wait. Calculations show the core is about to release a gravity burst.
Titan 3. That burst will fire you out of the core like a blaster bolt. Center yourself with the entrance. You can ride the shockwave out.
Alright,
Might be tricky. Relax.
let's
Stay
do
nimble
this.
And steer clear of the walls.
Gravity burst incoming.
Steer carefully. The gravity fluctuations might knock you off course. Titan 3, brace yourself.
That's pretty good.
The Starhawk's core has become a time bomb. Nothing can stop it from overloading now.
Star Destroyer down. More of our people saved. And we're just getting started. And
Don't you dare fight James without me!
you'll have to go through us first. Titan 3, we're pinned down. It's in your hands now. Titan 3, I gave you a chance at Star Haven. I wish you'd taken it. Missile countered.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get smarter.
His shields are depleted. He's using the Starhawk for cover.
You're good, Lyndon. You went from being really good to really bad, Lyndon. What happened?
Lost. Gravity burst from the Starhawk.
Lyndon's fighter took the worst of it.
It'll take more than that to finish me off.
Okay, he suddenly got good again.
It all ends here.
Okay. I need to take care of some of Anvil Squadron.
Fighter lost.
They're just getting in the way. Oh, I'm gonna die. This is quite the intense dogfight. Well, let's get that all integrity back up. How can he be so maneuverable? He's outrunning me. He's outmaneuvering me. So here's the thing, is that his AI isn't at all that simple. Or, it's not all that advanced, actually. His AI is simply just to turn, aim straight at me. He boosts away.
smoldering wreckage over a broken world.
Oh, he's winning the joust.
You failed it, Najiri. Your Starhawk is finished. Was it worth it, Lyndon?
You only see what I've lost.
Okay, phew. He really seemed to bug out at the end there. But I'm thankful for that. That was a long and drawn-out fight.
It's done. Thank you, Titan 3. So perish all traitors. Imperial ships, prepare to withdraw.
They are refusing, Captain. They plan to eliminate the rebel fleet. Fools.
Our mission is complete. Take us to Lightspeed. Leave their Starhawk to burn. Titan Squadron. With Admiral Sloane's unerring support, we have left Project Starhawk in ruins. Vanguard Squadron is doomed. Imperial ideals have prevailed. Loyalty, duty,
Did they, though?
discipline. And with our latest champion, we shall ascend to even greater heights. Titan 3 has been promoted to Flight Baron, with full honors. Well done. Your future with the Empire is bright. I take pride that the death of Lyndon Javes sends a message to all who would betray us. That wherever the enemies of the Empire may arise, Titan will be waiting, no matter the cost. This war is our crucible. We will emerge triumphant and bring this new republic to its knees.
Well, if that's the end, that's a surprise. Metal info. Oh. Yeah. Not gonna do that one. Yeah. Not, yeah. Ooh. Well, that seems to be the end of the Imperial part of the campaign. I wonder what there is for the Rebel part. Or the New Republic part, I should say. Anyways, whew. It was actually a fairly tough dogfight at the end. It was only really tough because, for some reason, I think I'd picked up mines instead of, missiles. I feel like that would have been a lot easier if I had missiles. Loadout means a lot. Also, I was kind of commentating on it, but Javes actually doesn't have very difficult AI. It's just that his AI is a lot more accurate than most of the enemy AI. So whenever he turned in to go nose in for a head-on pass, he rarely missed. And because somehow, even when I was fully boosting and that sort of thing, he seemed to be cheatily faster than the TIE Interceptor and more maneuverable. So it seems like they kind of cheated it in that regard. And that's the only thing that really made the fight difficult, because his AI wasn't really all that much different than the others other than the fact that he had access to consumables, which thankfully midway through the fight they let him run out of. Whew. So, maybe we're going to get a series of New Republic missions to tie this up. Maybe one. Who knows? But I will see you guys next time.